Weeks after dueling federal court rulings that threw access to the abortion pill into limbo, tonight we finally have an answer from the Supreme Court. But this battle is not over yet. Plus, we're taking an in-depth look at concerns over well water contamination in eastern Oregon that has neighbors now reaching out to the governor. And more showers for the weekend, but changes are coming as we get closer to May. Riley Fitzgerald is tracking that in your First Alert forecast.
Now, KAPP Local News Special Edition.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on this special edition of KAPP Local News. I'm Alyssa Warner. Tonight, more than 24 mayors from across the state of Washington, including the Tri-Cities and Yakima, are asking state lawmakers to reconsider a drug law proposal that is up for debate right now. Senate Bill 5536 is a continuing response to the Blake decision, where the Washington Supreme Court ruled that our former drug possession law was unconstitutional. 5536 is designed to strike a balance between addressing drug crimes and making sure that people who are dealing with addiction or mental health disorders can get help. Different versions of the bill have passed the State House and Senate, and now lawmakers are trying to agree on one final version. The letter sent to state legislators today says mayors are concerned that the House version of the bill, they say, lacks adequate accountability to make sure that someone dealing with addiction gets help. They're also concerned that the proposal would make it so that cities cannot ban people from using drugs in public. Now, lawmakers will need to pass something because the current stopgap measure is set to expire in July of this year. And time is running out. The legislative session ends on Sunday. Eastern Oregon residents are asking the state to do more about high levels of nitrates found in public wells. Tonight, our Madeline Hagan tells us how residents are joining together to ensure they have access to this basic human necessity.
It's a topic that experts have studied for decades, but it wasn't until last year that Morrow County declared an emergency over the issue. So what took so long? The Oregon Department of Environmental Quality says the issue received renewed attention last year after they fined the Port of Morrow. It's estimated the port contributed around 5% of the nitrate pollution. Also, private wells aren't regulated like public drinking water systems in Oregon, so there are some limitations. When Maria Colleen moved into this Boardman, Oregon home in 1987, she was given one warning.
Solamente me dijeron no pueden tomar.
All they told me was you can't drink the water, but they didn't explain why. That's all they told us.
Up until now, Maria and her family used the water for things like cooking or brushing their teeth. It wasn't until early 2022 when they learned about testing well water for nitrates.
Pero hoy sí estoy preocupada.
I was worried about my health, but more importantly, I was worried about the health of my grandkids because they live here with us and they're younger, so don't really know what that means for their health long term.
The EPA says water with nitrate levels over 10 milligrams per liter is unsafe. Maria's water has consistently tested 5 times over the limit.
And so we didn't know what that would mean for us.
Zaira Sanchez with Oregon Rural Action says she's heard many stories like Maria's.
I hope I live to see the day that this gets resolved.
That's the common sentiment she gets from people throughout the affected counties.
Fears that they have for their health, for their grandkids, the generations that come after them. What does that mean for the future of this community?
Zaira and Maria say the county and health district have done a lot in the last year to ensure residents have clean drinking water.
Declared an emergency, right? And we were able to start getting access to emergency drinking water, which is the delivery of water to people's homes if they were testing high. We saw rapid testing being done.
But now they're calling upon Governor Tina Kotek to do more.
We need the governor to declare that this is a public health emergency. We need access to rapid testing. We also need to secure alternative drinking sources. So right now we have water distribution available to folks, but that's only through June.
Governor Kotek's office told us they're working with state agencies to deliver solutions like free testing, water delivery, and at-home filtration systems. Maria was a part of a group that went to the Capitol in Salem in mid-April to raise awareness. They even conducted a nitrate test on site to show the level of contamination. For now, Maria's family relies on their rented water dispenser and a reverse osmosis system provided by the county.
Pues sí.
I've had to make a lot of changes. I have to go out of my way to go get water from the health department. The jugs that we get are pretty big, and me at my age, it's really difficult for me to be lugging those around. We also worry about constantly what that means for our health, so it does complicate things a lot more.
For KAPP Local News, I'm Madeline Hagan.
And Colleen's family faces a challenge when it comes to testing. They share a well with their neighbors. The pump house isn't on their property. Now, as far as state action, we do know that the Oregon Health Authority is sending out bilingual mailers about free well testing. The OHA is also accepting testing voucher applications for the foreseeable future. They did get rid of the May 15 deadline. Now let's talk about weather here in the Tri-Cities. We are seeing just kind of a beautiful evening out there over Gisa Stadium in Pasco. KVEW's Riley Fitzgerald has a look at what to expect for the weekend.
Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you're having a great day, and we're looking forward to a warmer weekend coming up. We're having some winds today as well, but they're not as bad as they were a couple days ago. We're also looking into some overnight weekend showers that are heading our way. So let's take a look at that on our futurecast. See, on Saturday, in around midnight, we're going to start seeing these showers go throughout, and into Saturday afternoon, we're going to see just kind of a cloudy day for most of Saturday. As we get into Sunday at midnight, we're going to start seeing some scattered showers throughout our areas, and as we get through Sunday morning, we're going to see some moderate showers in the Walla Walla area. Over the next 24 hours, we're going to see our temperatures drop in the morning, though they're not quite as cold as they have been in the last couple days, and we're going to be seeing some 50s to 60s, some rain, some sun and some clouds on the way. I'll have more on my full forecast coming up.
Thanks, Riley. And we have new information this evening about a stabbing investigation in Kennewick. Police have now arrested a teenage girl for first-degree assault. So investigators said a 14-year-old was fighting with someone she knew around 3:30 Thursday morning. That's when an adult woman tried to step in. Police say both of them were stabbed multiple times. They had to be taken to the hospital, but they are expected to survive. Within 24 hours, police say they arrested another teenage girl at a home in Pasco. A man was arrested on federal and local charges after a short law enforcement chase in Toppenish. Authorities from several agencies, including Yakima, Zilla, WSP, Toppenish, and Wapato, joined up with the U.S. Marshal's Office after a man with several warrants was thought to be staying at a home in Toppenish. As law enforcement was surrounding the home, the man got in a vehicle and sped away, according to investigators. The man was wanted for charges of kidnapping, assault, robbery, and violation of federal supervised release, so authorities were able to justify a pursuit in this case. At one point, authorities say the man tried to run over a sheriff's deputy. That's when he was rammed by law enforcement and pinned off the road. He was taken into custody and no one was seriously injured. We're also tracking developing news from Western Washington, where police say a toddler was shot, then taken to a King County fire station. This happened in a Seattle suburb near SeaTac Airport. Tequila police say they got a 911 call about 9:30 this morning where they heard someone screaming on the phone. Initially, police said they found a toddler at a fire station nearby and saw a vehicle speeding away. But now investigators are saying a family member took the child, who was critically injured, to the fire station, then stayed with them as they were rushed to the hospital. Tequila police say they do not believe the shooting was random. Making headlines across America this evening, it's the decision that's being closely watched all across the country. The Supreme Court has decided to keep the abortion pill on the market while the legal battle over access plays out. ABC's Justin Finch is tracking the case.
Hours shy of its self-imposed midnight deadline, the Supreme Court granting a full stay of a lower court ruling to reverse FDA approval of mifepristone. The decision allowing the abortion pill to remain widely available for now as a legal challenge plays out in a lower court. President Biden releasing a statement moments after the decision, saying, "My administration will continue to defend FDA's independent expert authority to review, approve, and regulate a wide range of prescription drugs." The senior counsel for the anti-abortion group Alliance Defending Freedom, which brought the initial initial mifepristone case challenging its FDA approval, responding in a statement, writing, "We look forward to a final outcome in this case that will hold the FDA accountable." In less than 1 month, the Fifth Circuit Appeals Court is due to hear oral arguments on the mifepristone case, which could eventually arrive back at the Supreme Court. Dr. Jack Resnick, president of the American Medical Association, saying the case could have wider impacts on patient health and medical research.
The risk is that we're going to have judges all over the country looking at Tylenol and looking at drugs that happen to have been developed with stem cells that we use to treat any number of diseases. We think it really puts the country at risk.
Justices Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas issuing dissenting opinions in this case. Alito writing that the court grant stays where there are threats of real harm and that he does not see any as this case plays out. Justin Finch, ABC News at the Supreme Court.
Now looking locally now, we're talking about some showers over the weekend as we take another live look outside. We have the details on timing that'll help you make those weekend plans coming up in just a moment. Plus, dozens of volunteers making a difference tonight, cleaning up their community ahead of Earth Day. And still ahead, we're taking you to a brand new military drone facility that just officially opened up in Eastern Oregon. That's coming up in the next 15 minutes on this special edition of KAPP Local News.
For over 30 years, Denver Mattress has been crafting factory direct mattresses with innovative design and unrivaled quality, improving the sleeping lives of millions of people one night at a time. And during the biggest sale of the season, save up to $800 on Purple mattress and adjustable base bundles, plus get a $300 free gift. Check out the Summit Firm, only $332.49, or get a Doctor's Choice Firm, now just $664.99, plus 3 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $2,250 total cash allowance on a 2023 Silverado with a turbo high-output engine. See your community Chevy dealers.
You don't have to wait to save at More Furniture for less, because we're kicking off our Memorial Day sale this weekend. You're invited to beat the crowds and save with incredible values for every room in your home. We have all the looks you love to get your home ready for summer, all at our lowest prices. At More Furniture, value meets style every day. And with additional sale pricing store-wide, our prices are unbeatable. Visit morefurniture.com to preview all Memorial Day sale specials and chat with a furniture expert.
Mix up your breakfast and lunch routine. Stop by Some Bagels and Gelato, where fresh is the name of the game. Bagels by themselves or in a variety of tasty sandwiches. Fresh roasted coffee to make your latte a step above. And save some room for gelato. Find it waiting for you at Some Bagels and Gelato.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
800-795-1262. 800-795-1262. 800-795-1262.
It's spring in the Pacific Northwest, and that means lakes, rivers, fishing, hiking, and so much more. But each spring, weather can change fast. And to stay safe when you're outdoors, you need a forecast you can trust. At KAPP First Alert Weather, our advanced technology, along with our knowledge of how to use it, gives us a big advantage in keeping you informed. And when you're informed, I know that I'm doing my job.
We're on air, online, and on the go with our mobile app. First Alert Weather from KAPP Local News, helping keep you and your family safe. The awesome Hiawatha Trail. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday night at 6.
Welcome back. Earth Day is tomorrow, and across the United States, people will be celebrating by planting trees. Advocates say in addition to taking carbon dioxide out of the air and giving back the oxygen that we need to breathe, trees can help ease the impact of extreme heat and even flooding. Now, despite that, the Washington State Commissioner of Public Lands says even the evergreen state has fallen short on investing in city trees.
Across the board, in every state and in our state, we have underinvested in our urban tree canopy. We've underinvested at the federal level, we've underinvested at the state level, and obviously we've also underinvested at the local level.
Now, the Biden administration has set aside $1.5 billion from the Inflation Reduction Act to fund tree planting projects over the next decade. And looking locally, more than 100 people from Yakima Nation and Yakima Chief Hops worked together in honor of Earth Day to clean up an area near the Yakima River in Wapato. But KAPP-KVEW's Emily Goodell tells us for many it was a lot more than just picking up garbage.
This site is known as Awatam.
Some call it Parker Dam.
All of our people lived along this corridor, and this was one of the sites where they held traditional ceremonies.
But now, it's become a dumping ground.
Frequented by a number of people who thought it was okay to dump their garbage and trash and tires and appliances and not respecting what this place represented. Our focus today is to help clean that up and help restore this area to what it once was.
I'm out here feeding my spirit.
Doing more than just taking out the trash.
A lot of them didn't know that they were on the homelands of the Yakima people. They didn't realize the history because it's not taught in schools.
Like the cultural significance of Pacific lamprey.
They're good medicine. They're known as first foods, so even like during ceremony, they are served first. So big cultural significance for these fish.
But the population is threatened by modern dams.
Lamprey deserve life, not death.
Fish ladders help salmon because they can jump. But lamprey use their mouths to climb, making it hard to migrate.
But now we're releasing hundreds of fish throughout Washington. Today we're releasing 80 alone just right here.
Words can't express seeing all of these people here. I mean, just citizens, people of our communities coming out, getting together, wanting to help. It's just amazing.
My biggest hope is that this will inspire other people to get involved. It would be very easy for any of these people just to go about their daily routine and not really think about their communities or their environment. So hopefully some people see this and we attract more people to get involved, to get active, to get engaged with their neighbors and do good things in this beautiful valley.
In Wapato, Emily Goodell, KAPP-KVEW Local News.
And officials say they're hoping people will look at all the work done today and choose to make better decisions about where they dispose of that garbage moving forward.
Now, KAPP-KVEW First Alert Weather.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day, and we're looking forward to a warmer weekend on the way. We're also experiencing some wind, but it's not nearly as strong as it was earlier this week. We've also got some overnight weekend showers that we're on the lookout for. Let's take a look at our futurecast. We're seeing some rain that's heading through our areas on tonight and heading through really quickly. By Saturday afternoon, it's just a cloudy day across all of our regions, and into Saturday night and Sunday morning we're going to see those scattered showers once again. They're making their way through, and into Sunday morning we're going to see some showers over the Blues. That's happening on Sunday and throughout our days. For our winds, we're going to be seeing some low winds on Saturday. Our temperatures are raising just a little bit this weekend as we're seeing that wind also drop down. By the start of our work week, we're going to be seeing some stronger winds, but they're going to trickle down throughout the rest of our mid-work week. For tonight, we're seeing mid-30s to mid-40s across our areas, and again, those scattered overnight showers that I was telling you about, that's happening throughout tonight. Over the next 24 hours, we're seeing our temperatures drop, of course, but they're dropping not as low as they have been over the last couple days in the 30s. We're going to see some 30s, but we're mostly going to stay around that area for most of our regions. We're going to see some sun, some clouds throughout all of our regions. And by tomorrow, again, it's just a cloudy day with some warmer temperatures on the way. As we look into our temperature trend, we are below our averages for this time of year. We have an average of 68 degrees in the Tri-Cities. We're hitting about 60 degrees today. We're making our way up into our weekend for a strong Sunday, dropping into the start of the work week and then raising throughout the rest of the week. For our 7-day forecast in the Tri-Cities, we're seeing 64 degrees for tomorrow, 71 for Sunday. Again, we're seeing a lot of sun and a lot of clouds for our work week. We're raising through our mid-work week, 77 on Thursday, and our overnight lows are staying pretty high, out of the 30s in the Tri-Cities. For the Yakima region, we're on a similar trend to that. Saturday, 61 degrees, Sunday, 67 degrees, and we're dropping at the start of our work week, heading our way up into mid-work week and a little bit back down. Our overnight lows are in the 30s and the 40s, but hopefully we're looking to make our way up out of there. So remember, we have some scattered overnight weekend rains throughout the rest of our couple days, and we're seeing some winds. They're on, hopefully, going on to the rest of the weekend, and I am looking forward to a beautiful weekend ahead. Back to you.
Thanks, Riley. A brand new military training facility, 20 years in the making, is now officially open in Eastern Oregon. We'll hear from officials about why this particular location is so important next on KAPP Local News.
Spring Fever fun has arrived at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Sizzle your way to over $7 grand in cash and free play with 30,000 Spring Fever hot seats every Friday and Saturday. Plus surprise gifts during spring cleaning, swipe and win. Win up to $2,000 cash with our quick cash giveaway and $10,000 bingo April 23rd. With so many ways to win, any day can be yours. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Get a great deal and the best prices of the year. Now at Overturf Kia, you'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. A 2023 Kia Soul LX with automatic transmission starts at just $19,999. Plus, get interest rates as low as 2.9%. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
I won.
Want the speed to finally defeat your mortal enemy?
Oh, there he is! I won!
Only Spectrum gives you Speed Boost for the fastest wireless speeds in the palm of your hand. Get game-changing speed with Speed Boost, only with Spectrum One.
Furniture legs can scar your floors, costing you a lot of cash. Now there's Ruby Sliders, the new chair leg covers that protect your floors, prevent scratching, and slide with ease without all the noise. They fit snugly on both size legs and glide across any floor. Now you can move even your largest furniture with no effort at all. Regular felt gets worn and easily falls off, but Ruby Sliders feature an ultra-tight nano-weave material attached with an industrial-strength adhesive to the cover, so they're built to last. Plus, they're ultra-flexible and conform to most sizes. They'll protect any kind of floor, from hardwood, laminate, ceramic tile, and more. Call or go online now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping. That's right, free shipping. This offer is not available on Amazon, so order now.
Call 1-800-701-0426 or visit rubysliders.com. So call 1-800-701-0426 now.
Oregon airspace that's been used for testing Navy jets is now home to military drones as well. Today, the Navy and the Oregon National Guard officially opened their new unmanned aerial system operating facility in Boardman. This project has been in the works for decades, but construction of the facility itself, we're told, only took about a year. Officials say this will give the Oregon National Guard and the Navy an important opportunity to practice flying drones.
Unmanned systems are unique that a lot of times they need special use airspace, and here at Boardman is a lot of special use airspace. This is a rare moment where we get to practice our wartime mission and really, hone the skills of our UAS operators.
Officials say the open space out in eastern Oregon also gives them the ability to do a lot of training in a very condensed time period. They're planning to focus on drones that have about a 20-foot wingspan and can carry about 60 pounds for hours at a time. Well, right now, marijuana growers in Oregon can't sell to pot shops in Washington, but there's a push in state government to change that. And this is part of a much bigger movement, but there's a holdup. We'll explain that next.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
It's the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row, so get ready because everything is on sale. Save on living, dining, and bedroom, like this unbeatable deal on the Wrangler sofa, only $5.99. Save big on the Gunsmoke Queen bed, only $6.99. Get the 5-piece Colors dining set for only $4.49. And check out the queen size Summit Firm for only $332.49. Plus 3 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row ends soon.
An accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
Clients come to us injured, burdened with medical bills, lost wages, insurance hassles. The list goes on. They're overwhelmed, so they put their lives in our hands. That's why we work hard and fight for the justice they deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Every location is conveniently located and gives you the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. We have something for everyone, including gift cards for any occasion. Check out the specials and deals today. Open 7 days a week in 5 locations: Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
This is a town called Basic. It's pretty hard to stand out around here. But if you pull up in a 2023 Nissan Rogue, you'll stand out before your feet even hit the pavement.
Can you make mine look like that?
Anything but basic. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Get a low $399 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% financing for 36 months on select models.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
KAPP KVEW Local News is breaking news.
We begin with breaking news tonight. The man accused of shooting 2 people.
Breaking news this morning out of Pasco. Several fire crews from agencies around the valley are on the scene of a house fire.
We begin with breaking news tonight. We've just learned remains found earlier this month.
We begin with breaking news. The state legislature has advanced a controversial bill loosening the rules.
From the Blues to the Cascades, we are breaking news. KAPP KVEW Local News.
Welcome back. This year, the Washington State Legislature approved a bill that would allow marijuana sales across state lines. But as of right now, even though dozens of states allow people to grow, buy, and sell pot, each state has its own regulations. And a grower in Oregon, for example, can't ship their product to a store in Washington, much less across the country to New York or Maine. The Associated Press reports the West Coast has great conditions for growers, but high taxes and a very competitive market inside state borders means that many are struggling to make ends meet. Those growers are hoping that being able to ship products to other states would help. Now, will it happen? That depends a lot on the federal government. States are setting up their plans right now so that if federal policies loosen, they're prepared to start interstate marijuana trade as soon as possible. More than a dozen states, including Washington and Oregon, are now asking the Biden administration to force a vehicle recall. They're concerned about those Kia and Hyundai models with a security glitch that makes them really easy to steal. Hear why officials say they can't do it. And it's a beautiful, if slightly chilly evening here in the Tri-Cities. We are tracking more showers in your First Alert forecast. That is coming up.
Now, KAPP Local News Special Edition.
Thanks for sticking with us on this Friday evening. I'm Alyssa Warner. We begin this half hour with a crime alert impacting one of our own KAPP employees. Check this out. You can see video from just after midnight this morning in a Kennewick neighborhood near the Zintel Creek Golf Course. So you see somebody coming in there, cutting through a chain to steal a bike. You can see the person has a long green coat. They're cutting through the bolt there, and then they walk off with the bike. Kennewick police are still looking for them tonight. If you see the suspect or the bike, you can contact Kennewick Police. You can do it anonymously online at www.kpdtips.com. You can also give them a call on their non-emergency number that's there on your screen, 509-628-0333. And it's not just bikes. A new report from the National Insurance Crime Bureau says in 2022, Washington had the second highest rate increase of car thefts in the entire country. Washington recorded around 11,000 more thefts in 2022 compared to 2021. That's a 31% increase, second only to Illinois, which saw a 35% increase. The National Insurance Crime Bureau estimates more than 1 million vehicles were stolen across the country last year. And the last time the United States saw numbers like that was in 2008. What we've heard from law enforcement in Washington over and over again this year is that Washington state law emboldened criminals by putting limits on when police can chase someone in a car, regardless of whether or not the car is stolen. A new proposal that would loosen those restrictions has passed the state legislature. It's now waiting for Governor Inslee's review. If he signs the bill, it would take effect immediately. And 17 states, including Washington and Oregon, have signed on to a letter asking the Biden administration to force a recall of Hyundai and Kia vehicles that have a safety glitch that makes them really easy to steal. Laura Aguirre has a look at how that loophole became a major nationwide concern.
Social media videos like this.
Y'all see they tried to steal my Kia, bro.
They busted out the back window and then they broke off the locking mechanism to be able to actually steal it.
Are blamed for skyrocketing theft rates among Hyundai and Kia models in recent years.
Kids were being challenged to steal Kias, how many Kias you could steal by removing something on the steering column.
Kia and Hyundai have offered free software updates to fix the problem on over 8 million vehicles, but the attorneys general in 17 states and the District of Columbia say that's not nearly enough, noting it can take months for all owners to get that fix, and it doesn't cover all models. That AG coalition is now asking the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration for a federal recall of Hyundai and Kia models manufactured between the years 2011 and 2022, saying the vehicles easily bypassed ignition switches and lack of engine immobilizers make them particularly vulnerable to theft. The NHTSA says the thefts are blamed for at least 8 deaths and numerous injuries. The coalition's letter asks the administration to work with Hyundai and Kia to implement a recall and prevent additional harm to vehicle owners. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Now, the NHTSA says it actually can't issue a recall here because they say the safety problem isn't the cars themselves, it's the criminals that are using the cars that the NHTSA doesn't have any authority over. Now, looking locally tonight, we saw flames on the road in a home on North Yakima River Road in West Richland earlier today. We're told this home had been undergoing renovation. Nobody was inside when that fire started. Blustery weather and lack of water access made it very difficult for firefighters to get that blaze under control. There's no word yet on how it started, but we're told a crew will demolish what remains of the house. And we were mentioning that blustery weather, maybe some showers this weekend. We're seeing the Dust Devils field there out at Gisa Stadium in Pasco. It's pretty chilly out there tonight. KAPP KVEW's Riley Fitzgerald has a look at what to expect for your weekend.
Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you're having a great day, and we're looking forward to a warmer weekend coming up. We're having some winds today as well, but they're not as bad as they were a couple days ago. We're also looking into some overnight weekend showers that are heading our way. So let's take a look at that on our futurecast. See, on Saturday, in around midnight, we're going to start seeing these showers go throughout, and into Saturday afternoon, we're going to see just kind of a cloudy day for most of Saturday. As we get into Sunday at midnight, we're going to start seeing some scattered showers throughout our areas, and as we get through Sunday morning, we're going to see some moderate showers in the Walla Walla area. Over the next 24 hours, we're going to see our temperatures drop in the morning, though they're not quite as cold as they have been in the last couple days, and we're going to be seeing some 50s to 60s, some rain, some sun and some clouds on the way. I'll have more on my full forecast coming up.
Thanks, Riley. Tonight, a battle over raising the debt ceiling is advancing in Congress, sort of. We know this has to be done, but what lawmakers can't seem to agree on is how. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has introduced a proposal that would raise the debt ceiling, but would also require significant spending cuts and limit the government's future spending for a decade. Tonight, both sides are accusing the other of playing politics with delays that could prove financially catastrophic.
President Biden and Senator Schumer have no right to play politics with the debt ceiling. Their extreme positions risk provoking the very crisis they claim to want to avoid. They need to sit down, negotiate.
If you want to have the debate about budget cuts and about how we reduce the deficit in a way that helps working Americans, let's have at it. But decouple it from the debt bill. That's going to threaten the U.S. economy. It's going to hurt people. It's going to devastate the progress that we've made.
McCarthy has said he plans to push for a vote on his budget proposal next week. President Biden has also released a budget proposal that Republicans say won't go anywhere. Now, the Treasury has said if Congress does not raise the debt ceiling, the government will be at serious risk of default, basically hitting its credit limit and going into overdrawn by later this summer. And President Biden is reportedly planning to announce his plans for the next presidential election next week. He is expected to run for re-election in 2024. As for today, he signed an executive order creating a White House Office of Environmental Justice. The EPA already has a similar office, but President Biden says this goal is to make sure that environmental policies are implemented without discrimination.
This is an order that directs the federal agencies to address gaps in science and technology. For example, there's a lot we still don't know about the quality of people's wastewater or the air they're breathing. There's still a lot we don't know about the cumulative impacts of pollution on people's health.
Also today, Vice President Kamala Harris traveled to Florida to announce more than $500 million being set aside to help protect communities there against the impacts of climate change. Waste Management broke ground this week on a new landfill in Adams County. It will eventually provide services to Idaho and Montana, as well as eastern Washington. Waste Management said they've heard concerns from the Washtenaw community. They are working to make sure that the new facility provides economic benefits without environmental disadvantages.
This facility is important because it means jobs, economic vitality, and environmental protection for Adams County.
Some farmers that have wells near here, they're concerned about leakage, possible leakage in the future, stuff like that, hitting the groundwater. I think that's eased a little bit, but there's still going to be people that are cautious.
We're told this will be the first new landfill in Washington state in more than 30 years. Waste Management has said it will start accepting municipal solid waste in 2024. And an update tonight, we know the identity of a man whose body turned up at a kids' fishing event last weekend in Yakima. On the agency's Facebook page, Yakima police identified that man as 30-year-old Christopher Schreck. Police say they don't suspect foul play in this case. The discovery happened on Saturday, April 15th, during a fishing derby at Sarge Hubbard Park. Tomorrow is National Drug Take-Back Day, and this is important because you shouldn't keep old medication around the house. It's also not good to send it down the drain or to a landfill. So there are several events across the region where you can safely dispose of old or unused medications. The Benton City Fire Station will hold a take back from 10 until 2. The Yakima Sheriff's Office will host a Shreds and Meds event at the Valley Mall tomorrow. The Yakima Community Coalition will also be taking back meds at Catholic Charities locations in Yakima. Tonight we're looking ahead to a full slate of weekend events, starting with a very special ballet performance. We'll show you how the Mid-Columbia Ballet dancers prepared for Ballet de Seuss. Plus, we're talking a chance of showers in your first alert forecast, but it does look like changes are coming, and I think you're going to like them. And looking to the night sky, what is really out there? Congress is getting an inside look. That's still ahead on KAPP Local News.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
There's no other word quite like home. Not house, not residence, not dwelling. Because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you do one more lap around the park. Or make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging. And that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home today in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda and online at McCurleyMazda.com.
Face-off win. Bell scored! It was 26 seconds left. My goodness!
American season ticket memberships for 23-24 on sale now. Don't miss a minute. Visit amshockey.com for more.
Mopping the kitchen is a messy chore. It can take forever to mop the dirt from your floor. Well, now you can spin away those dirty germs and bacteria with Floor Police, the lightweight and cordless power spin mop that scrubs away messes the fast and easy way. It's so light you can lift it with just 2 fingers. But at a speedy 100 RPMs, the microfiber pads do all the scrubbing so you don't have to. The secret to its cleaning speed is the powerful electric motor and rechargeable lithium battery that has 90 minutes of runtime. Just add any disinfectant, then watch it float across the floor, dissolving and disinfecting everything in its path. Even hands-free, this mop can tackle the tough jobs, like these markers. Incredible! Other mops just push the mess around, but Floor Police spin cleans up to 10 times faster. The swivel head can easily clean in and around obstacles and get deep under furniture, even vertical surfaces on steps or those dirty, dusty baseboards, never missing a spot. Plus, the pads are machine washable and reusable. Other spin mops can cost over $200, but get Floor Police with 2 microfiber pads today for just 3 easy payments of $29.99, and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, call now and get 2 free scouring pads, perfect for tackling tough messes in the mudroom or getting grime off the shower floor. Even clean and sanitize the highest shower tiles. And we're not done yet. You'll also get 2 free polishing pads. Now spin the sparkle back to any surface in an instant. And forget ladders. Now get a streak-free shine on those windows usually out of reach. But hold everything. We're going to drop 1 payment. That's just 2 easy payments of $29.99. But wait, call right now and you can double the offer. Just pay separate fee. That's 2 Floor Police Power Spin Mops with pads, plus free shipping on your entire order. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-792-0233. That's 1-800-792-0233 or visit floorpolice.com. So call 1-800-792-0233. Order now.
Welcome back. It's the 60th annual Parade of Gems this weekend, hosted by the Yakima Rock and Mineral Club at State Fair Park. There's more than 40 displays, including fluorescent rocks and Herkimer diamonds on loan from New York. Demonstrations of wire wrapping, faceting stones, and a special way to make arrowheads, plus a food vendor with street tacos and sandwiches, and plenty of activities for kids, like panning for gold and making rock animals.
On Saturday, we will have the Central Washington University geology class will come down and do trash can volcanoes. So they're going to blow up stuff out of a trash can. That should be fun for kids to see.
Don't forget kids, that would be fun for me to see. The event is from 10 to 5 on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday at the Modern Living Building. Tickets are $6 for adults, $2 for students, and kids 12 and under get in for free. Here in the Tri-Cities, the Mid-Columbia Ballet has spent the last 2 months preparing for a full day of performances of Ballet de Seuss. That's coming up tomorrow. It's a performance that'll take the audience on a journey through some of the stories of Dr. Seuss. For this week's edition of Art Beat, KAPP-KVEW's Jill Sperling caught up with the dancers during rehearsal.
It's a show full of color, over-the-top expressions, and feathers. The Mid-Columbia Ballet is preparing to perform Ballet de Seuss, and the dancers are having a good time doing so.
Oh, it's been so much fun. Yeah, I've just been able to play around with my friends mostly.
I just think that the fun we have while we're out here doing our thing and performing is just so important because, you know, sometimes, I don't know, it gets stressful, but I just love how much of a community we are.
The cornerstone of this community is Deborah Rogo.
I've been the artistic director for 35 years, so I've seen lots of little kids grow up, which is super exciting to see them do little children's roles where they're not doing very much and it's small, and then they get to be beautiful dancers.
Beautiful dancers in a somewhat unconventional ballet.
In May, we're doing Swan Lake. This is the opposite extreme to that. So this is the ballet where they can just have sheer joy. Their technique is it's not a technique driven, whereas when you come see Swan Lake in May, it is all technique driven. So it's just a very different animal for them.
18-year-old Natalie Shearer portrays the character of Gertrude McFuzz.
For me, it's not really a character because I'm on stage with like some of my best friends, and so she's making funny faces at me, and when I make funny faces or I laugh, they're real because I'm having such a good time.
The Mid-Columbia Ballet will perform Ballet de Seuss just 4 times on Saturday.
It doesn't matter whether it's a play or a musical or a ballet, there's so much energy put into getting it ready, and then you have that moment on the stage that's joyous and sad when it finishes. Yeah.
For KAPP-KVEW Local News, I'm Jill Sperling.
Well, tomorrow's performances of Ballet de Seuss will take place at 1 p.m., 2:30, 4:30, then at 6 at the Academy of Children's Theater in Richland. Tickets are $10, and we have a link to that information on our website, yaktrinews.com.
Now, KAPP-KVEW First Alert Weather.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day, and we're looking forward to a warmer weekend on the way. We're also experiencing some wind, but it's not nearly as strong as it was earlier this week. We've also got some overnight weekend showers that we're on the lookout for. Let's take a look at our futurecast. We're seeing some rain that's heading through our areas on tonight and heading through really quickly. By Saturday afternoon, it's just a cloudy day across all of our regions, and into Saturday night and Sunday morning, we're going to see those scattered showers once again. They're making their way through, and into Sunday morning, we're going to see some showers over the Blues. That's happening on Sunday and throughout our days. For our winds, we're going to be seeing some low winds on Saturday. Our temperatures are raising just a little bit this weekend as we're seeing that wind also drop down. By the start of our work week, we're going to be seeing some stronger winds, but they're going to trickle down throughout the rest of our mid-work week. For tonight, we're seeing mid-30s to mid-40s across our areas, and again, those scattered overnight showers that I was telling you about, that's happening throughout tonight. Over the next 24 hours, we're seeing our temperatures drop, of course, but they're dropping not as low as they have been over the last couple days in the 30s. We're going to see some 30s, but we're mostly going to stay around that area for most of our regions. We're going to see some sun, some clouds throughout all of our regions. And by tomorrow, again, it's just a cloudy day with some warmer temperatures on the way. As we look into our temperature trend, we are below our averages for this time of year. We have an average of 68 degrees in the Tri-Cities. We're hitting about 60 degrees today. We're making our way up into our weekend for a strong Sunday, dropping into the start of the work week and then raising throughout the rest of the week. For our 7-day forecast in the Tri-Cities, we're seeing 64 degrees for tomorrow, 71 for Sunday. Again, we're seeing a lot of sun and a lot of clouds for our work week. We're raising through our mid-work week, 77 on Thursday, and our overnight lows are staying pretty high, out of the 30s in the Tri-Cities. For the Yakima region, we're on a similar trend to that. Saturday, 61 degrees, Sunday, 67 degrees, and we're dropping at the start of our work week, heading our way up into mid-work week and a little bit back down. Our overnight lows are in the 30s and the 40s, but hopefully we're looking to make our way up out of there. So remember, we have some scattered overnight weekend rains throughout the rest of our couple days, and we're seeing some winds. They're on, hopefully, going on to the rest of the weekend, and I am looking forward to a beautiful weekend ahead. Back to you.
Thanks, Riley. Well, the truth is out there. So far, at least as far as the Pentagon is telling us, it's not visitors from outer space, though. We'll hear what the military's top UFO investigator told Congress this week, coming up.
You love a cold, refreshing soft drink from McDonald's. So we've got even colder ones.
From frozen faves to our new lemonade. Get any small for $1.89. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. After showering, dry and moisturize your feet to avoid infections. More information at yaktrinews.com.
Prasa Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
It's so hard to sleep when it's hot, impossible to work, and even uncomfortable to relax. You need a fan, but they're bulky, awkward, and never put the breeze exactly where you want it. Introducing My Fold-Away Fan from Bell & Howell, the compact cordless fan that unfolds into your own personal wind machine and extends to nearly 4 feet high. Amazing! Forget plug-in fans that never reach. This rechargeable lithium-powered fan goes anywhere you need it with a charge that lasts up to 10 hours. And oh yeah, it has power, enough to blast a breeze to the other side of this room. Now that's some wind. At an ultra-light weight of less than 2 pounds, it's easier than ever to have a personal, targeted breeze inside or outside in just seconds. Plus, this whisper-quiet fan has 3 separate speeds, so set it on low to stay cool while watching TV, or use it on the patio to battle the summer heat. Crank it up to high for a refreshing breeze in the kitchen. And it's so portable. Use it to chill down outdoor activities like gardening, fishing, or even camping trips. Plus, with a unique telescoping stand, you can place it on the floor so the breeze will easily reach atop the bed, across the top of the dinner table, or even over your work desk at the office. Then the whole thing folds away for easy storage. There's never been another fan like it.
I've never seen anything like this. It's so compact and it magically unfolds into a full-sized fan.
It's portable and rechargeable. I can take it anywhere.
Other fans sell for over $100 and they're not rechargeable. But get My Fold-Away Fan from Bell & Howell for just 2 payments of $19.99. It comes with the USB cable to make charging fast and easy, plus our 90-day warranty. My Fold-Away Fan, the ultra-portable, compact, and rechargeable fan that will keep you cool anywhere. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-349-4196 or go to myfoldawayfan.com. That's 1-800-349-4196, or you can order online at myfoldawayfan.com. Order now.
With friends, there are no secrets.
You have a third nipple?
Joey was in a porno movie! If I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me.
The best way to end your day. Friends, tonight at 11:05 on KAPP.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Trending tonight, the truth is out there, but it might not be the story you're hoping for. I'm so sorry to tell you. The U.S. military is actually tracking unidentified flying objects through the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. The office director told lawmakers in Congress this week, just because something in the sky is unidentified doesn't mean it's extraterrestrial. But when it comes to those flying objects, which are technically referred to as unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAP, he says we can't be too careful.
UAP cannot remain unexamined or unaddressed. AARO has found no credible evidence thus far of extraterrestrial activity, off-world technology, or objects that defy the known laws of physics.
So while it may not be as exciting as a visit from ET, the Arrow is concerned about emerging technologies from foreign countries that they're worried could pose a threat. Think of that Chinese balloon that we saw last month. Now we're taking a final look at your weather here on Earth in the Tri-Cities coming up next.